I'm Leo Kuroka.
And I'm Quinn Geffron, and this is Time News. Today we'll be discussing the Black Death and the Crusades and its effects on the Kingdom of Europe.
The plague has already killed millions of people, and it is becoming a problem bigger than we have ever imagined.
Yes, it came to Europe from the east on a trading boat, which contained infected rats and fleas. The fleas carried the plague on the people, and the rats contaminated water and food. The rats were home for the fleas, and the people's dirty conditions of their homes provided a place for the rats. Now let's go to our map.
The plague is being spread by people trading and interacting with others. Some people think this plague will cause the end of the world. It likely started in Central and Eastern Asia, then spread westward to Europe.
The plague doctors are trying to figure out the cause of this plague. They think it is simply the wrath of God, so we leave them to try to clean up this mess. We will be back to talk about the Crusades after these messages.
Does everyone think you smell?
Does nobody want to be around you?
Did you skip your monthly bath?
Then get the new sweet scent!
Is this so amazing?
Now everyone wants to smell me!
Available in scattering form.
Or sweet sack sachet!
Now back to the Crusades.
The Crusades are a series of wars between the Christians and the Muslims. It is currently taking place in Southwest Asia, where they are fighting over Palestine, called the Holy Land by Europeans, because it was where Jesus lived, preached, and died.
So far, we believe that King Richard will carry us through.
Wait, breaking news! The Muslims have maintained control of the Holy Land, and we've already sent more than 4 crusades.
Now time for a word from our sponsors.
Does your lance always shatter when it hits a shield? Do you have trouble washing it without the paint coming off? Then look no more. Get your all-new Lancelot lance. No more flaky paint, no more weak wood. You will have no more troubles with this amazing lance sponsored by Sir Lancelot himself. This is the best lance ever.
Now back to the topic. We will interview a monk and then a middle-class peasant.
I can't wait to compare the two. Oh, here he is.
Hi, Monk Chaucer. We would like to ask you some questions about your daily life.
Well, I'm tired. I wake up at 2:30. Then at 3 o'clock, I have to say my early prayers. Then after 2 hours, I study some religious texts. Then after another hour, I say my dawn prayers. Then study more religious texts an hour and a half later.
Wow, you must be really dedicated to your work.
Yes, I am. So at 8 o'clock, I say my morning prayers and attend church services and meetings. An hour and 45 minutes later, I go to work in the fields or to copy books. Then at noon, I say my noon prayers and Mass.
What's Mass?
No, it's a religious meeting or worship service. A few hours after that, I eat the daily meal, and at 2:45, I work in the fields or copy books again. A few more hours and I say my afternoon prayers, later my evening prayers, then I go to sleep at 6:30.
Wow, that's an interesting life you got there. Hey, what do you want? I'm busy farming.
Hello, we want to know what you do for your daily life.
Well, okay. I don't know about some of the others, but I farm a good 15 acres of land, and I'm in the middle of the poorer peasants and the richer ones. Life is hard for us. We are farmers for the richer people and make a living off of the food I grow. It gets fertilized by dung piles, making it grow well. Since I'm so good at my job to eat, every day I will have 2 pounds of bread, 3 pints of ale, and about 8 ounces of meat.
What kind of house do you live in?
A crook house. Our crook houses are much cheaper and easier to repair than them fancy rich people's. Our homes have wooden frames, but good wood is expensive, so it is plastered with mud, straw, and manure. It is dried in the sun and makes a great building material. The rich folks' homes are much bigger than ours, with their fancy paved floors and tapestries.
Okay, that's good enough.